After promising so much, Keir Starmer entering Downing Street exactly 1 year ago. A landslide to deliver this, a manifesto for change. How's he doing? We've gone through all of his promises, looked at the data, and now here is the verdict on this government's performance 1 year on. And I want you to start by looking at the promises at the top. This is his biggest target, the first of the so-called missions, and it is growth. Labour's manifesto promises that they will ensure the UK achieves the highest growth in the G7 group of advanced countries. Now, exactly how we're doing depends on how you measure it, so we asked the Treasury, and they said that since the election, the UK has the third highest growth rate in the G7, after Canada and the United States. So currently, here we are, this target is a fail. Now, in December, Keir Starmer added another pledge, again, at the top, to raise living standards. And in order to do that, this line, disposable income, needs to be in positive territory, so above the red area. Now, a bit of context, that has always happened by the end of every parliament since the Second World War. So experts say that this target is pretty easy. So currently, it's a pass. Now, let's look at the NHS. Up here, you can see Keir Starmer promised that no patient should wait longer than 18 weeks from referral to treatment. Here is the target, down here, the proportion waiting more than that long. And here is where we are right now. And this red line is the election. And you can see, look, since the election, there has been a little drop, and the government would say that they are actually on course to reach their target, and the improvement, the rate of improvement will accelerate, and that they've got experts that agree with them. But look, you can see there is an awfully long way to go still to meet that promise. Now, Keir Starmer also vowed to smash the gangs, which echoes the previous vow by his predecessor, Rishi Sunak, to stop the boats. Now, what this shows is the number of migrants arriving to the UK on small boats every single year. And so far under Labour, well, look, they're coming pretty much as often across the Channel as ever. You can see that. The Prime Minister also vowed to halve serious violent crime over a decade. Now, ministers never really actually defined what serious actually means in this context. So this graph is all of the violent crime recorded by police in England and Wales. And again, look, yes, it's going down, but the rate of decrease has actually slowed over the first 6 months. You can see that there. Housing. Keir Starmer seemed proud of just how stretching this target, building 1.5 million homes a year, will actually be. And using the closest approximation that we have to date, we think he's quite a long way off. Now, ministers say that building will pick up over time, but it's a long way to go. And look at the context. That level of house building has not been done in recent times. Here is the data all the way back to 2009. And if you look at the most recent projections based on the data that we've got, house building actually seems to be currently falling. Will Keir Starmer deliver everything that he promised on entering this big black door? The Prime Minister now has no money left to allocate before the next election. And also, foreign policy dominates his agenda, largely because of this man. Is it really still true that things can only get better?